We're rolling. Hello and welcome to Better Totes and Gardens. Today's going to be a bit of a strange one. We just want to do a bit of a follow-up video for the last one. I just want to clarify a few things and we're going to do a little bit of work. And I'm going to tell you about something we did last year that we're doing again this year that kind of ties it all into one neatish package. Anyway, this is what I want to talk about. So just to clarify a few things. Anyway, I suppose we should do the theme music. Anyway, we are amazed at the response the last video got about t-shirts and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Thank you all very much. It is a struggle. We love the offers of help and stuff like that, but what we, like from tradies going, I'll come in and do this, do that. That's wonderful and all fantastic, but I just want to zone in on a little point that I think is more pertinent and more important. Small live music venues are kind of against the wall. And that's the bigger thing I want to talk about, because being doing small live music venues for a decade and been around this stuff for a lot longer, it's important to know that at the moment, the places where these exist are facing serious encroachment, and that means lots of different things. The other part of that is that a lot of us are having declining patronage. And I think that what we need to understand about all this is that the best thing the wider community can do is to embrace going out again and going and seeing new bands, young bands. It's the important thing. That's the help live music venues need. Especially if they're dedicated live music venues. There's Leanne.
Sorry, I'm serving a coffee.
Yeah, see?
Hot chocolate, actually.
Hot chocolate. Anyway, that's what we need. We need patronage. These bands need patronage. We need to get out and support bands as much as possible, and especially new bands, because if it wasn't for that part of it, we wouldn't have a band like Emma and the Sniffers doing what they're doing around the world. And that's why Australia in general, and not just Melbourne, is considered the live music capital of the world. It's because people went out and supported these bands and from the beginning. And we wouldn't end up with that. That's what that video is about. You need to vote with your feet and get out and watch these bands. That's the only help venues and bands need. That's it. That's the most help we can get. And as I say, you've got to drag your friends along, organise it, go around it, go to these venues, go to the Old Bar, go to, I could rattle off, go to the Bendigo, go Lulies, go to Nighthawks, go to fucking, there's so many. Go to Cherry, go Last Chance, go to the Tote, go to these places that, put live music on. We don't want to be part-time venues. We don't want to operate and only have bands on Friday and Saturday nights, because you know what's going to end up happening? We're not going to have that next generation of bands. And everything we've done around this saving the Tote and making sure that it's here for the future is about those future bands, those future musicians. It's, but in order to get to that, we need now to work as well, because now is the important time to make sure that we can get to that. And that's for all venues. No one wants to fucking operate in hard circumstances. So I'm telling you, please, go watch new music, embrace new music, support the bands. In doing that, you're supporting the venues, the bands, the people that make the artwork, everyone. It's an ecosystem. Everything goes around. So that's the point of that last video. It is there was an explanation in there for other stuff as well, but the major point is to go see live music. It is fundamental to making sure these places survive the encroachment that's happening in and around them, and making sure that we all live to see the next Emma and the Sniffers go and fucking blast the rest of the world away. So it's fundamental. And there's so many good bands, you know, otherwise we don't want a whole heap of bands just to be complete unknowns. We want everyone to know them. I'm wearing a fucking Unknowns t-shirt, aren't I?
Yeah,
there you go.
Shots shirt.
Unknowns, see? Great band. Go out and support them. You know, great show. I love them. But in saying that, last year, this is why and this actually ties into Emma and the Sniffers as well. So I've got a friend who, it's not a bad thing, I'm going to say about Amy, I won't get into that beef, Jesus. I've got a very dear friend who some of you may know, they call him Good Shane. That doesn't get my goat, but anyway, he operates a music program out at Cranbourne West Secondary College here. And anyway, one year he gave us a ring and he said, hey, Shane, Leanne, would you come out and judge Talent Quest? Well, no, it was a battle of the bands that they were doing. And I went, yeah, sure. And he goes, hey, like, no offense to you, Shane, or anything, but do you know any musicians, because you're not a real musician, that would come out and help us do it? I rang Amy from Emma and the Sniffers and I said, hey, this is what's going on. Do you want to come out and give us a hand doing this? And she said, no problem, done. Like literally drop of a hat, she's went and did it. Took a lot of time out because it took us a long time to get out to Cranbourne, we were stuck in traffic. We went out there and this was like just after the pandemic. So Emma weren't anywhere near, they were massive, but her showing up to that Battle of the Bands with all the parents and all the teachers and all the siblings and all the students they were blown away. And that was amazing. It was one of those things where you just sit there and watch all these kids get up on stage, do their thing, and it was fantastic. The kids were amazing, and it really meant a lot to them that, you know, Amy had shown up. They couldn't give jack about me. They were, you know, but it was just such a nice thing that for them to do for the students. And I'm talking about the faculty here out at Cranbourne West. But Amy came and they were just over the moon and everything was great. The next year, out of that one little thing, Good Shane, who is a legend in his own right, came to me and said, hey, can we do this thing where we bring the kids in, we're going to teach them how to put it on a gig, because, you know, fundamentally learning how to put on a gig is a really tough thing. There's a lot of things people don't think about. And it's kind of an apprenticeship. Well, they're kind of putting all these kids through that apprenticeship now. It's an amazing program that they've got. So anyway, they organised to have a night at the Tote with all the parents coming. They had to organise the gigs, the artwork. They did all this amazing stuff. And they put this beautiful night on. And they've given us this, which is an amazing thing. This is the artwork, and they all signed it. And they've got photos. They've got one of the tickets, and it is. If I can kid you not, this is the best thing that I've ever been involved in, because, you know, and I say that without a fucking. It is the best thing I've ever had the pleasure of being involved in my life, and you know, I've done. The Tote thing's a pretty amazing thing, but this probably means more to me. And they dropped this in last week to us, and we're over the moon with it, and part of this will be putting this up. So anyway, that's probably a long-winded entry, but this is what it's about. This is about the future of bands and band venues, and that's what's important. And the important thing about that is going out and supporting these things, and people like Good Shane, who are out there doing like the hard yards at grassroots level. We all are responsible for doing that, and the best way that we can do that is by attending music venues and supporting bands. It's the only way that we get these kids in 10 years' time, well not even 10 years' time, in a couple of years' time, going out and being able to have stages for them to play on and having an audience. So we need that audience now for everyone. So I'm going to make it a bit of a thing that we start to share on this a little bit more on some of the things that young artists and old artists can do to get an audience in. But the number one thing is, you know, if the audience just comes and instead of just, I don't know what they do. I don't, you know, just come. That's all it is. That's the last video was about. Come to the venues. Well, if you can come to the venues, we can invest more in it. We've any money we've ever made, we've always reinvested into our venues to make them a better venue for you, for the bands. So please come. We can do everything we can on our end to say to come, but unless people come, we're fighting a losing battle. And you know, the stress is fucking, it's big. It's a big stress. But that's all we need. We just need people in this room. We need people in the room upstairs. We need people coming for after work drinks. You know, we need people in the venue. So that's it. And I don't care which venue it is. I don't care if it's one that I work at or it's one completely unrelated to me, not even in the same city. Doesn't matter where it is. Just go to them. You know, they're great places. That's it. Like, support your local artists, you know, and that in turn supports local venues who can then support local artists, and those local artists can become national artists, and then they become international artists, and the wheel keeps turning. So that's it. Like, that's kind of the gist of everything. This is what we're saying with everything we do. You know, if you watch these regularly, all we're doing is trying to make this venue better for all of you and for the bands. It's not, and I don't know any other venue operator that thinks otherwise. They're all in it pretty much for the same reasons. You know, it's to make a better scene and better bands and expose bands. So it's a great time. So that's it. You know, I'm very proud to have this up. I'm very proud of my association with it, even though I didn't do much. I kind of just was lucky enough to be involved in it. And, you know, if I want to end up with 19 more of these, because that's how long I've probably got left here at the Tote if I don't fucking have a stroke at some point. You know, but I'd love to have 9 of these in this room. So that's fucking 20 years of kids coming through the Tote and learning these things and going on and just having fun playing music and being supported while doing it. So, you know, this is what it's about, and it all starts with all of you coming in and you know, like, please come, please enjoy the music. That's it, I think. I did some work to make the Tote a better place today, so I'm happy, and thanks to you know, all these kids that I was able to do that. So thank you to all the kids from Cranbourne West Secondary College. You are awesome people, and you were really good, and I hope to see a few more of you this year. And thank you, Good Shane.